Rahman Rahim, in the name of Allah, who is the most kindness and the most merciful. Presentation by Zishan Ahmad. Presentation to Sir Zishan Ahmad Sheikh. Page 2K20, roll number 60, subject academic writing. Presentations topics: arguments are everywhere. Audience, critical reading. Number first topic: arguments are everywhere. You may be surprised to hear that the word arguments doesn't have to be written anywhere in your assignment for it to be an important part of your task. In fact, making an argument, expressing a point of view on a subject and supporting it with evidence is often the aim of academic writing. Your instructors may assume that you know this and thus may not explain the importance of arguments in class. Most material you learn in college is or has been debating by someone, somewhere and sometime. Even when the material you read or hear is presented as a simple fact, it may actually be one's interpretation of a set of information. Instructors may call you to examine that interpretation and defend it, refute, or offer some new view of your own. In writing assignments, you will almost always need to do more than just summarize information that you have gathered or regurgitate facts that have been discussed in class. You will need to develop a point of view on an interpretation of that material and provide evidence for your position. Consider an example for nearly 2000 years educated people in many Western cultures causing a sick person to lose blood was the most effective treatment. For a variety of illness, the claim that blood letting is beneficial to human health was not widely questioned until the 1800s, and some physicians continued to recommend it. Bloodletting as late as the 1920s. Medical practices have now changed because some people began to doubt the effectiveness of bloodletting. These people argued against it and provided convincing evidence. Human knowledge grows out of such differences of opinion, and scholars like your instructors spend their lives engaged in debate over what claims may be counted as accurate in their fields. In their courses, they want you to engage in similar kinds of critical reading and debate. Argumentation is not just what your instructors do. We always use argumentation on a daily basis, and you probably already have some skill at crafting an argument. The most you improve your skills in this area, the better you will be at thinking critically, reasoning, making choices, and weighing evidence. Audience. Audience is a very important consideration in argument. Take a look at our handout on audience. A lifetime of dealing with your family members has helped you figure out which arguments work best to persuade each of them. Maybe winning works with one parent, but the other only accept cold, hard statics. Your kind brother may listen only to the sound of money in his palm. It's really wise to think of your audience in an academic setting as someone who is perfectly smart but who doesn't necessarily agree with you. You are not just expressing your opinion in an argument, it's true because said so. In most cases, your audience will know something about the subject at hand. So, will you study proof? At the same time, don't think of your audience as capable of your reading your mind. You have to come out and state both your claim and your evidence clearly. Do not assume that because the instructor knows the material, he or she understands what part of it you are using, what you think about it, and why you have taken the position you have chosen. Critical reading. Critical reading is a big part of understanding argument. Although some of the material you read will be very persuasive, do not fall under the spell of the printed word as authority. Very few of your instructors think of the texts they assign as the last word on the subject. Remember that he or she wants you to believe this is okay. Everything is written from someone's perspective, but it's a good thing to be aware of. For more information on objectivity and basis and on reading sources, carefully read our handouts on evaluating print sources and reading to written. Take notes either in the margins of your source if you are using a photocopy or your own book, or on a separate sheet as you read. Put away the highlighter. Simply highlighting a text is good for memorizing the main ideas in that text. It doesn't encourage critical reading. Part of your goal as a reader should be to put the other's ideas in your own words. Then you can stop thinking of these ideas as facts and start thinking of them as arguments. When you read, ask yourself questions like what is the author trying to prove and what is the author assuming. I will agree and with do you agree with the author? Doesn't the author adequately defend her argument? What kind of proof does she use? Is there something she leaves out that you would put in? Does putting in her arguments? As you get used to reading critically, you will start to see the sometimes hidden agendas of other writers, and you can use this skill to prove your own ability to craft effect arguments. Thank you so much for watching video.